And green means go. That was a very good start there by Sondre Evian. Might take the jump on Linus Östlund, yes. Oh, a bit too wide. Just too wide, so a little bit too much speed into the gravel section, which means that the safely approach from Linus Östlund paid off.
Yeah, it was a good save from Evian, because we were really wide there, but he managed to come in behind Linus again, and we'll see now. Evian is really quick. He's moved up to the European Supercar in European RX for this year, but he's still doing Supercar Lights in RallyX Nordic. So it's good to do both series and get a first impression of a Supercar, because it's a big step to Supercar.
So diving through into the Joker lap goes Olofsson, first person to Joker. Now that will give him a lot of clear air.
And Olofsson, he is a quick driver, so if he can really get his head into this, we'll see what happens.
So Östlund has got Evian really close up behind, so they're going to have to be listening to their spotters about what's the best time to Joker, because it's possible that Östlund is holding up Evian. He looks quicker.
Yeah, for sure. It's usually easier to hunt than to be the leader. So, and I mean, they are very quick, Evian as well. So we'll see when he dares to take the Joker to not get hold up himself either.
So getting a sense of the geography here, there is the Joker. So that's
Oskarsson to the Joker now.
Okay.
Gives Olofsson even more clean air, so
he can work his way up the pack.
Keep an eye on Olofsson's lap times and see if he's catching or not.
So as it stands, Holman is in third, keeping a little bit of distance between him. So as it is, these three will probably be safely through into the final, I would say.
Yeah, it's Holman and Olofsson here. What
do you think that gap is close enough for Holman to be in danger?
Yeah, it could be. The Joker is around 4 seconds. I will see as Olofsson crosses here as well.
Okay, intriguing. We're going to have a good, interesting Joker merge at some point. We've got 3 laps to go. It'll definitely happen during those laps.
As we see, Evian and Holman go to the Joker.
Okay. So that leaves Östlund out front, but there's the Joker merge. So yeah, you were right. Yeah, Olofsson takes Holman.
Yeah, and Olofsson and Holman teammates as well. So Holman wants to get past, but he can't. You need to make it clean.
Yeah, but this is perfect for Östlund. Got a real chance to bang in those laps that he's been practicing through qualifying and free practice and warm up. And tell us a little bit more about Östlund and what you know about him as a driver.
Östlund is a 7-time Swedish champion in cross car, so he's a he has experience, still young, really quick driver. He takes the Joker here just to fend off Evian. So they are a bit afraid of Evian, which I would be as well. So Evian is a quick driver.
Yeah, and that's tight. That's really tight. Whoa. So that camera angle I think is deceptive, because I think he was safely through, but he would have still got a looming car coming towards him on the right hand side.
Exactly, it looks to be the same gap, so they look very even. But it's this Joker, you get a lot of more speed from the Joker, so it was a smart move to go directly, and now he can kind of just decide on the speed and keep Evian behind.
Now this will be frustrating, I think, for Thomas Holman, because he came into this weekend as the surprise championship leader on his comeback after an amazing weekend in Hüljes. But at this point, he will not go through to the final, so that will be disappointing for his comeback season.
Yeah, for sure. I think the best place for him to try to make a pass would be for the braking point after the long straight or after the jump. So we'll see if he can get a really good exit over the jump.
So the last few corners now then, it turns into tarmac. This corner's tricky to get right, especially as more sand gets dragged up onto the tarmac from ditch hooking over the curb, but no such trouble for Linus Östlund, who wins semi-final 2 ahead of Sondre Evian and Simon Olofsson. We'll take the checkered flag. We just wait for Natalie Peterson to complete the lap. At least we had all 6 finishes this time, which was good.
Yeah, good.
No retirements.
No retirements. No. So you see Evian here really goes for it, fully sideways, but it's a little bit too loose, and he goes a bit too wide, and it gives Linus the advantage on the inside.
He was lucky there though, because we've seen cars go into that bank and have major damage, so it was a good save, because it's hard to get forward traction when you're that sideways.
Yeah, for sure. Evian is a really good ice driver, so he have a good feeling of sliding. So he's one of the guys that if he gets one of those big slides, he would pull it off to save it.
Yeah, without spikes. And an absolute textbook Joker there. Really good to see, because it's very hard to get that Joker exactly right under pressure. But we just ride here with Linus
You see he stays wide here, Evian comes on the inside, but he can, you know, he gets so much more speed, so it looks very tight, but it's expanding a lot of the speed.
So George will be down there with our winner.
So Linus, you had a difficult Q1, but that's a good recovery onto the final.
Yeah, very bad Q1, but then we showed we had good pace, and now we're in the final, so I'm very, very happy.
And how are you enjoying the Nysum track?
Yeah, it's getting better and better. I have some struggle with some corners, but now it seems very good, so I'm happy with the car and myself.
Thank you, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, so he seems happy, and so he should be. He's going to be on the front row of the final at Nysum. So let's have a look. Confirmation then. Linus Östlund wins semi-final 2 for Supercar Lights. Sondre Evian is in second, and Simon Olofsson is in third. The other three take no further part.